Shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the most lively live stream in all of cryptocurrency. I am your host, Samuel James Price, the Crypto Lifer. Welcome to my show. Welcome to my brand. Welcome to my content. Every single day, I go over Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance, total 3. U.S. Tether dominance, and U.S. dollar, as well as the Dow Jones. We look at gold and silver as well. We'll give you a whole picture of the world markets, the S&P, the Dow, and really see you where we're headed, what we're doing, where we're correlated, and what's happening. We look at the 10-minute, the 15-minute chart. We look at the 3-month chart. We look at the weekly. I take you through multiple time frames. I get you going. I can teach you how to trade cryptocurrency using technical analysis. I can teach you how to trade. I can't teach you how to quell your emotions, but I can teach you how to trade. I can teach you how to use all the awesome probability indicators to your advantage so you can get into trades when the probability is the highest based on the indicators. Look at this mini lemon, little mini one, like little tiny one, like smallest lemon I've ever had in my hand, actually. Little mini lemon. Almost have to use the whole entire lemon. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. We're going to have my lemon water to start the morning, as you know we do every single day. I do the show on an empty stomach every single morning. I've already worked out, meditated, got my mind right, and I'm ready to go. That's honey. As you can see, I'm eating honey. Taking some vitamin D. And a little bit of lion's mane. A little bit of lion's mane. It's a known mushroom. A little bit of OM lion's mane. A known mushroom. Ready to rock. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's get it in. Let's show you what's happening. I like to do that morning routine because I believe it helps me trade. Helps me keep my mind right. Helps me stay focused. So I do that in front of everyone in case you're having a hard time staying focused. It's a teaching moment right there. It's a teaching moment right there. Let's get everyone going. Let's jump into the live screen here. Shout out to everybody here jumping on in. Thank you Thank you. Let me get my ties centered there. I can't stand when my tie is off the side. Shout out to everybody here. Snowstorm here in Lake Tahoe at the Alpaca store. My man. Shrooms are amazing. If you say my vitamin cabinets, you would faint. Amazing. I use Neotropics. Starch my man. Let's get the likes to the watchers. Shout out to everybody who already smashed that like button. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. How about I'm about to do a pull routine. Yeah. You're going to do like coconut oil pulling. Yeah, you got to pull. Pull once a month, once a week. How many times do you pull? Oil pulling. Really, really good idea. Look at meter governance token. I went over this, said it would pump to the upside, and boy, did it. Bang on them. Stops below this line. Kind of came right below depending on where you put your stop, but we nailed this. 72% gains. Hit the exact target. Actually fell above it. Banged on them to the upside. Came back down, but wow. Meter governance token did damage. Just as suggested, if you're in the trading group, we were talking about this a lot. Honestly, you can find out how. You can be like, no, they're full of it. Well, you can go to my server. You can type in MTRG, right? Meter governance token. MTRG. And then you can hit enter. And you can see right here at 10:20 a.m., my man was going over it with a Sammy cup and handle. I was making a cup and handle and talking about it on the 8th of April. And then here I am on the 6th of April also discussing it like it's about to break to the upside. Also, here I am again on the 2nd of April going over meter governance token. Back when it was about right around here, I'm talking about it. So we gave you this thing so many different times. Look at this here. Meter governance token pricing sitting at 243. It would bang on them. It would come back low. We looked at it at 120. It would bang on them. This thing, we traded it over and over again for the last basically 2 weeks. Bang, bang, bang. Meter governance token. And then you can see this cup and handle. It was about to explode to the upside. Came down a little bit and then would rip back to the upside. Meter governance token. Unreal. All right. So that's like the only coin really banging on them today. Like the highest one. And we did talk about it. We went over it. DMT also has been a mover. You know, not crazy, but, you know, it bumped up. Came back down to the top of this trend line and is bouncing. Okay. Jupe has been hot. NOIA. NOIA has been pretty hot. Look at it. It's in a bit of a fly compared to everything else. Syntropy. And, you know, if it doesn't go back and make previous lows, I mean, you have nothing but to go on. But the fact that it's going to continue to pump to the upside. Look at this thing. NOIA to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. All right. This is why I hate Coinbase. Are we going to go to wait on the 3-day on Bitcoin? It's possible, Brian Shrimp. You never know. We'll take a look at that in a second. I put all my time. Starch money. Short-term feels like we can drop too much farther before relief. Then hopefully we can catch enough momentum to get above 45K again. Hey, you never know. I use sugar and coffee. Sugar is the worst thing you could be using. It lowers your immune system, especially white sugar and white flour. Both things lower your immune system. Very, very bad for you. Create a cancerous state in the body. Cancer thrives off sugar. You do not want to be living on sugar heavily. You do not want to live on sugar heavily. Okay? You want fats, natural fats, saturated fats, thick fats. Okay? Avocado fats. And so, look, I mean, the rest of the market is red. The only thing holding green are these 10 coins here, the USDT pairs on KuCoin. HYVE still in the game. We talked about HYVE. Look at HYVE did damage. Look at that move for HYVE. All the way up 24%. Would come back down. Getting ready. It's kind of leveled off where it was again. Saying like, hey, no one really wants to sell me at these levels. You could be like, all right, you left the pattern. I don't know. I've never done this. It's a little extreme. You could say it left the pattern. Is it going to break itself back into the pattern? This is something that could be happening here for HYVE. So we could just act like it's just going to do the same thing again and break on out again. I mean, there's no reason why it can't. A little strange, right? But there you go for HYVE. Something that we are looking at for HYVE. Bang, bang, bang. Another 24% gains coming. Again, I'm just fishing. Not a lot of coins out here. Just going over some alts as we start the morning. Look at what's cracking. We talked about this breaking up to the upside, and it actually did. Remember, look at this. This was a trade here at 89, and this thing would go all the way back up to 98. This trade would play out as planned. It was a stable coin, though, that got like thrown off its stable. A little strange, right? A little strange. However, it did play out. I mean, it did do the measured move. This Go Money 2. It's like GoFundMe, but it's for crypto. This looks like it's getting ready to boom. The fact that Bitcoin keeps dumping and it's not going lower, this is pretty nice. At 3 cents and 0.5 of a cent and a half a cent, 3.5 cents, I would be looking at this on my radar. I would be watching this just because it's showing such strong strength despite the rest of the market. Should be a nasty dump on this. This should be way lower. The fact that it's showing such strong strength right now is definitely something to watch. I'm like, huh. It's interesting. Why is this thing so tough compared to the rest of the market, right? Funny, I got this up and I got my Discord up, but like, okay, there we go. I was like, where is the Discord? Stuck on a page. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. And what I love about Discord too is, look, you can see there's a live setting going on. Right now we got a live setting. Bang, bang, bang. You can see I am live on YouTube. You can see the event details. Check them out and see what's going on. If you missed it, look, we're live, baby. And look, I love that. Someone doing the GIF right there as it's moving around. Okay. So Gomi 2 is on the radar. Something that I'm watching very closely. Go M2. On KuCoin, right? Go M2. That's something I'm watching. Weird how it, oh yeah, maybe that's just because I have it channeled real quick. There we go. All right, let's jump into Bitcoin. Let's see what's happening in the world markets. Let's break it down. I call it the show because it's really what we need to look at every day. It's the show, baby. It's the show. It's what the show is all about every single day. It's what I would have done had I not even had a YouTube channel, had I been looking at the markets for myself. These are the same exact parameters I would have went over before I entered any single trade. So I'm trying to teach you the same way. So we talked about this last night. If you were in my trading group, I went over the fact that this bear pennant, bear flag was being made, and I had a measured move here down to about 40,790. And you can see we wicked right to it. We went to 40,660. I was off by what? A couple, 60 bucks or something like that. Nailed that again. Sad, I don't like to nail the dumps, but we nailed it again. However, the divergence, we did see it there. It played out a little bit, but again, divergence can play out. Like, there's the divergence. But again, if you get to a higher high, you can. Everyone's always like, well, how come I know divergence doesn't always play out? It does play out, but then support and resistance kicks in. So you got to use your divergence and your support and resistance. If you're not using both at the same time, you're going to create a discrepancy, and you're going to be like, well, why didn't the divergence play out? YouTube ain't the same without Jordan. Thanks for always being here. Love you, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. East Jordan, sending those super chats for a TA deep dive. My man, thank you for coming on. And thank you to all the moderators, Brian Shrimp, East Jordan, all the awesome people jumping on into the live today. Philippe, thank you for being here. Crypto Cash. For some reason, we don't have the same people. Grace Protocol up in the game. Zero Allegiance. Anku, Kootsy Bootsu, my man. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to you and your new job, man. Hope everything goes well. Hope everything goes well. Monday's off, baby. Monday's off. We can kick it on Mondays now. So, look, we got a little bit of bullish divergence again forming for Bitcoin right here. As you got to swing down to the downside, but you got to swing to the upside here. And that suggests that we can get a break back to the upside. However, we are overbought on the 15-minute, and we did not make our way up past the previous high. This tells me that this dump could continue to go to the downside. Look at, and here's your next measured move. Just keep playing it until it stops. I mean, we're not getting inverted head and shoulders. We're not getting reversal patterns. Nothing has shown that this will stop going down. My next measured move is 40,380. 40,380. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour is extremely oversold, wants to bounce to the upside, so we got to get over this 15-minute first. Okay? So we have two scenarios. Does the 15-minute bounce? Do we come down and bounce here? That would be our entry. So don't chase the grain candle if it booms up. Chase the retest if it bounces off. Team Blue in the house. Shout out to Zero Allegiance for the $10 super chat. My man, you were the super chat king when it all started. Every single day. Bang, bang, bang. You were insane. Like, I'm not saying you don't have, I just remember the days when you first came out. It was insanity. We were dry as a bone, and you were just like flooding it. Please, by all means, you've given too much at this point. You've given already too much, man. You are a blessing in my life. I can't believe you still give. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Much respect to you and yours. Much respect to you and yours. Still low on the likes. Pay the cover chart, peeps. Everybody, can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much Thank you so much. It would be the nicest thing you could do. Help out a small business owner on his way to success. I would greatly appreciate you help me out on my way. 124 likes, 220 people watching on the live. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. I know this is the place to be. I know I'm going to end up worth $100 million to $1 billion. Do you want to be worth millions of dollars? Do you want to be able to travel the world? Do you want to do whatever makes your heart desire? Do you want to be able to plant whatever food? Do you want to build farms and gardens and have just a wonderful life? If you do, kick it with me, because that's the kind of life I'm going to have. I'm going to have beautiful farms, gardens. I'm going to give back. We're going to have museums. We're going to give back to kids. We're going to educate. We're going to do so many things to change the world every single day. So if you want to change the world, if you want to make a difference, hit that like button and run with the Crypto Lifer. Run with Samuel James Price. You can be great too. Come on and jump in with me. We're going to have a blast together every single day. So if you like the positive energy, if you know you can change the world, if you want to be with people that can change the world, that know they can make a difference, jump on in with us every single day. Hit that like button. Let's get it going. Come on now. Let's get the energy up. Let's get the vibes up. Let's get the vibration to the highest place it can get to. Love is the highest frequency in the game. Live with love at all times. So look, that actually brings me to 40,384. 40,350 is the measured move for BTC. Highly likely to break down on this 15-minute. 15-minute is not playing in our favor. It pumped back up, but we needed to break above this resistance, even make a shoulder ahead. We didn't even make the head yet. Now, we could get a bounce, but it's highly more likely we get a bounce to the downside here for the stochastics. I would be watching this for a bounce here back down. Says we're going lower, everybody. It says we're going lower. Last night, we did the weekly candle close. If you were with us every single Sunday night, I do Bitcoin in the weekly candle close at 8 p.m. We had a blast. Shout out to everyone that jumped in Sunday night for the weekly candle close. Also, it's my birthday this weekend. We had an awesome birthday celebration. Thanks for everyone that jumped in on Saturday night to wish me well on my beautiful birthday. It was an amazing time. And just like that, the birthday is gone. It comes and goes as fast as it came, and it's gone, and then it's back to the next year thinking about when my birthday comes. You know, it's kind of fun, man. There's my birthday, and there it isn't, and there it isn't. And it was like, wow, these times are just insane. You know, I'm a very nostalgic guy. I think about the past a lot. Think about my birthday. Think about, you know, where was I? You know, what happened to me? I used to be this little kid. I love my mom and dad. I can remember growing up. I can remember everything. I can remember my hometown so much. I'm still connected to my hometown. I had such a problem leaving my hometown. Like I moved away to New York City, and I'll be honest with everybody, I thought of my hometown almost every single week. I missed home so much. I thought about all the people that got to stay in the towns they grew up in. And, you know, I didn't envy, you know, I moved to New York City, and I was in the big city, and I met people, and I traveled, and I saw things, and I worked for David Letterman, and I worked for TV, and I did my thing. But, you know, I would go to small towns every once in a while, in Vermont, in Connecticut, you know, in upstate New York, and I would be like, you know, these people, they hated it. They were like, oh, I live in this small town. What a boring place. But in my mind, I was like, man, you live in this safe, beautiful place. And a lot of them had way more nature around them. And I would just envy the small town people, be like, wow, what a beautiful small town you live in, you know. Here's the idea. Are we making this right shoulder now? Is this the head? And are we making a giant inverted? This is what could be happening here. This could be a giant inverted head and shoulder into projection. So as the years went by in New York, I just felt like I needed to get back to Boston. I needed to get back to the nature. It wasn't even the city. It wasn't really the city that really got me. I love the city. Beautiful city too, though. Easier to navigate, less traffic. Like we drove all through the city yesterday. We had a whole family day in the city, and it was just easy. Like yeah, there was traffic, but it was just like half traffic. Nothing compared to New York City traffic. You know, nothing at all. Boston is just enough city to feel like you got a city, but not enough to get overwhelmed. It's a beautiful city. We got the Charles Rivers and the harbors, and they maintain it so well. There's so much money in the city that like everywhere you look, there's a flower and landscaping, and all the parks are just gorgeous. I'm telling you right now, the city of Boston is a beautiful, beautiful city. Come visit if you ever want to just be wowed by the beauty. It's an amazing, beautiful city. A lot of money in Boston too. It's a rich city. I'm telling you right now. You just feel poor when you see how many people got mansions right near the city. 10 minutes from downtown Boston in Brookline, you got $5 million mansions. Newton, $5 million mansions. You know, unreal. Just the money here in Massachusetts. It's old money too. It's crazy. Old money from whale captains and old, you know, farm owners and bank owners and, you know, that old Massachusetts money. It's crazy. They make that new money feel broke, baby. I'm new money and they make me feel broke, baby. So look at shoulder, head, and a shoulder coming to the upside for Bitcoin. It's just something to think about. We'll put it on your radar. So right now, I'm suggesting that we're going to highly likely dump back down to 40,391. Looks like we can open up a short for Bitcoin here based on the 15-minute rolling over. However, we could go sideways more down this channel and continue back to the upside. I'd like to see a bounce there, or could the 15-minute break out? Let's take a look at the 7-minute. Sometimes the 7-minute throws a Hail Mary at us. Even the 7-minute is pushing down to the downside. However, the 1 hour suggests done. I'm double bottoming. I can't go any lower. That is like the nastiest I've ever seen the 1 hour dump. Like usually the 1 hour can't give you that much of a dump from 43,250 all the way back down to 41,000. What a dump for BTC. Now, we should get a bounce back to the upside. However, and look, even the 4 hour did make its way all the way back down. That's what I was worried about. We came up and the 4 hour was high, and I said the 4 hour is overbought. I said, everybody be careful. It's likely we're going to get a dump for Bitcoin. We open up that short. The short's up like 40 to 30% for BTC 3S. Banged on them. And we talked about opening up shorts on Phantom 3S, ADA 3S, all the other coins. That's what you're looking at. We got rejected. We couldn't hold support. Falling to the downside. Let's take a look now. I'm going to take a look. I'm going to delete everything. We're going to look fresh at the previous support and resistance because now we have other levels to contend to. So I like to go to the 4 hour or the daily, and I like to make my support and resistance lines. So you can see we got this channel here where we bounce. Then we got this lower area. And then kind of the level of this range where basically you don't want to see it get any worse. So I kind of trap price in the zones because if it breaks one of these zones, we'll reassess the situation, right? So here we have it. I mean, this is where we stand. We are at a bit of support zone, right? Because look, there's a bounce right there. We could bounce right there. Interesting. However, we have fallen through now so much. I mean, we got resisted here. We fell through this resistance, this support, which would have held. We had another support, which would have held. This was chunky. Like, this was really chunky. Look, resistance. That really should have held there at 42,000. Fell through again. Now we're back at 40,800 and holding. We bounced off 40,400, it looks, or 40,500. These middle points between the thousands have been the psychological levels. 40,005, 42,005. You know, right now we're going to battle with 40,500. As I said before, and I showed you on the smaller time frame, it is likely we head back down even lower. This support has to hold, in my humble opinion. If it does not hold, we're going to be looking at 39,500. Then we're going to be looking at 38,500. Then we're going to be looking at $37,000. All right. So bearish. What's the bearish tone right now? Well, the 15-minute wants to roll over on us. Didn't break a previous high. It is making a falling wedge, though, with some bullish divergence. So can the bullish divergence kick up? What is bullish divergence? It's when you have a swing down to swing down. That's your swing low to your next swing low. It's a downward trajectory. But then you take the same swings and you match them on the RSI and you have an upward trajectory. That, my friends, is hidden. That's, my friends, is bullish divergence. Not hidden, but regular bullish divergence. Also, lack of bearish momentum there. We could get a move to the upside. We had a lack of bearish momentum right there. Suggested that we were going to get a push-up. 15-minute just rolled over on us, and we got nothing of that nature. And we would continue to the downside. You can see we're actually still, you could say we're almost in this wedge here. And I've seen this pattern many, many times now. The break out of the top and the break back into the falling wedge. Okay. Again, these are bearish, though. It just continues to make a lower low, and it can't break through the higher highs. So, like, until Bitcoin gets above 43K, I'm bearish. And we could be bearish for a long time. This could be a 6-month bear market. You have to be ready for anything in cryptocurrency. Are you ready for anything? Put a 1 in the comment section if you're ready. Are you ready for a multi-year bear market? Right now, I want to hear you. Is everybody ready for a multi-year bear market? I'm not saying it's happening. I'm saying, are you ready for it? Could you handle it? Are you mentally prepared? Do you have a stop loss in place in your positions? Do you know where you could go? Do you have a positional strength? Are you ready for a multi-year bear market? Could you handle that? Okay. I see a lot of ones. I like to see that. These are the lifers. These are the people that we rock with. We are not weak hands here. We are not paper-handed weak hands. I can handle it. I love this. 2024. I want to accumulate. I love it. Yes, but no. I'm yes, but no, too. Like, I could handle it, but I don't want it. But I could handle it. Hope for the best. Be ready for the worst. My man, Felipe, every time, my man. Every time. All right, so we got a bunch of lifers here. I'm ready for 48K and week and for the weekly close. Hey, anything is possible. I don't care if I lose everything. J-Ham, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. That's where the real money is made, my friend. Bear markets make billionaires. Bull markets make millionaires. Yes, make way more money in a bear market than in a bull market, for sure. For sure. I love the mentality of the group. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. 224 halving moon, my man. Already waiting for it. Already. Yeah, the halving's coming in less than 2 years. The halving's coming in less than 2 years, which is pretty crazy. We just had a halving in 2020. The halving's coming in less than 2 years. Pretty outrageous. So can Bitcoin make its move? However, right now, the 50-minute suggests that we are going to dump even more to the downside. We make this little flag and we take our measured move. This is it here, and it suggests that Bitcoin is going down to this level here at about 39,600. So we're watching closely, but the 15-minute is looking very, very bearish, and it could be dumping on us. And then once that dump occurs, we can watch whether the 1 hour wants to play ball and break back to the upside. Now we're oversold on the daily. We're oversold on the 4 hour. We're oversold on every single time frame. We knew the daily was going to dump on us, and boy, oh boy, did it dump on us, right? It did. What a nasty dump. Nasty dump, nasty dump, nasty dump. Every time the daily got high in the stochastics RSI, it was time to bail out of the trade, and this time was no different, bailing out of the trade. However, what are the bullish signs? The bullish signs are that we have a low. We have a higher low. We have a higher low. We have a fourth higher low in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. These kind of in the middle kind of, show struggles. But as long as the daily can close this higher low, honestly, above 40,000, we're okay. As long as we close, we could even go to 38,500. That is lower than this low at 37,008. So as long as we close this higher low, and the daily suggests that we are going to get a bounce to the upside, the daily suggests we're going to get a bounce. Even the 3-day has been beat to the ground. However, look at the 5-day chart that we go over here and there. The 5-day chart, which doesn't want to load for me. 5-day has a bearish cross and just beginning. Last time the 5-day did get a bearish cross, look, the last 2 times here. Here it was just a little dip and then we moved out. So hopefully it's one of these here. Hopefully we're looking at something like this. And we just do a dip and we end up doing some serious damage back to the upside. Hopefully the 5-day can do something of that nature. The 3-day suggests we can bang on them. Thank you for coming out every day. You're a gift, and I appreciate you being the guiding light during the good and the bad. I've learned a lot of TA during this downturn. I am grateful. Could we look at the TA on Ape or Zilliqua? We'll take a look at both for Wendizzle33. Thank you, Wendizzle. Appreciate you. I ran to the P.O. box, and I did not see a Larry Bird jersey. I got a little depressed, I'll be honest. I'm just messing with you. But I did think, I was like, there's going to be a Larry Bird jersey there. Everyone, if you want to, also, someone said they sent me candles, said they should be there. Please don't say you're going to send something and not send it. I get really excited. I run to I never got the candles. I don't know what happened. It is Post Office P.O. Box 320, 373, West Roxbury, Mass. 02132. P.O. Box 320, 373, West Roxbury, Mass. No jersey. It's something, though. Unbelievable. You're funny. I'm just such a visual guy. I get my hopes up. You know what I'm saying? I get my hopes up. I'm like, word. Now I'm going to have to buy a Larry Bird jersey because I think I'm getting one. Now I have to get one. Let's take a look here. We'll take a look at Ape and Zilliqua. Ape and Zilliqua. So 5-day chart, not looking too healthy. 3-day came down pretty nicely. The weekly also getting a bearish cross on the weekly. Not a good sign, the weekly. However, we could be just getting a little bit of a retrace and a bounce back up just like the 5-day. The 2-week, which I keep talking about, the 2-week is beautiful. Does want to pump back to the upside. Has made a higher low. Everything is gravy on the 2-week. So on the bigger time frame, we're ready to go. I wonder if people send stuff to the Long Beach P.O. Box instead on the Patreon. The Long Beach? There's one in West Roxbury? The weekly candle doesn't look good either. No, it does not. Match that Larry Bird hat, right? It's already sent. You're unreal. Thank you so much. You're the best. I got to go to my P.O. box. Now I'm worried, too, that they're just like, they throw, like, because some guy said he sent me candles. We used to talk about candles, making candles, and he's like, yo, I made you candles. I'm going to send you some candles. He said, I sent the candles. I never got the candles. Phoenix. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there to the candles, right? So the 2-week chart for Bitcoin looks absolutely scrumptious. Looks beautiful. We do have to go out to some bigger time frames. And the daily is extremely oversold. I mean, every time the daily got this low, pump, pump, pump. Highly likely we're going to get a pump to the upside. Highly likely we're going to get a pump. Let's take a look at what that daily chart would look like. Okay? Remember, I'm believing right now Bitcoin is going to dump. sad to say, it looks like it's going to break this market structure of this falling wedge too, like even further down. Interesting. You could almost, look at this. You could almost say there was a shoulder, head, and a little shoulder there. Not really. Yeah, I'm not vibing with it though, but I'm just trying to be open-minded. So if we break back up, we can go to 52,000. That's the measured move for Bitcoin if the daily can just make a higher low. So daily, if you can make a higher low for us, not dump to the downside, stay ready to rock, we'll be very, very appreciative of that. Also, if we take this swing to this swing, that is an uptrend. This thing to this swing here is a downtrend. That's hidden bullish divergence, tells us that the trend will continue to the upside. But here's the dump as suggested. Let's take a look at BTC3S on the 15-minute. Suggests that we could scalp this on the 15-minute. Let's delete all my older work here. We did nail it. We banged on this. If you've been watching my channel, we talked about Bitcoin 3S right there inside this beautiful pennant that it made. Pretty simple. And right there, we entered right there. And honestly, the stop loss has never gotten hit since then. It's continuing to bang on them to the upside. Now we take a look at it here. It's in another beautiful pennant. It's getting ready. This, to me, is the trade of the day for gains. We could even say it broke out, and it's trying to retest right now, in my humble opinion. You could say either one. You could put it in there. You could put it out of it. Really doesn't matter to me. Either way, this 15-minute wants to blast. I'd be surprised if this doesn't break out to the upside. 68% chance of a break to the upside. I would love it if it didn't and Bitcoin stayed sideways. That would be wonderful. However, this is the short here for Bitcoin. Possible 10% gains coming out of BTC. Possible 10% gains coming out of BTC. All right, and you don't have to risk a lot, like 2% to gain 10%. Could even go a little lower to the 3 right there, 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. This is a short for Bitcoin, highly likely to play out based on the stochastics RSI, based on the lack of bearish momentum there. This thing wants to rip. Also, you could even put the RSI inside of a bit of a flag here. See this? And when you can put the RSI on a flag, it's also a bullish sign. Stochastics want to point to the upside. This is the trade that I'm looking at. Sad to say, this is like the trade of the day. This is what I would be trading. Now, normally when the market's good, you see me rip through like 50, 60 different altcoins. I will change my trading style depending on the trading day. And you're going to see if the trading day doesn't suit, doesn't fit, then bang. This is where you want to be. This is it. So the short right now, again, I'm not a financial advisor. You're going to have to figure out if the short works for you. You're going to have to do your own technical analysis. You're going to have to put 2 and 2 together. If it fits your trading style, if you like what you see, jump on in, take a shot, right? But again, it has to be what you want. It has to be what you're looking at. I am not your advisor. I'm not going to tell you what to buy and sell at any given moment in time, all right? There is some bearish divergence on this. I will say that. You got swing up to swing up here, but you got swing down to swing down. You know, hopefully we get a dump to the downside, but let's see. 15-minute is showing signs of life. Look, it's getting bullish right as we speak. Getting a bounce on the possible retest to the upside for Bitcoin 3S is the move for the day. Sad to say. I don't like to short Bitcoin. I'm a long-term Bitcoin holder, but I'm a trader. I'll make money no matter which way the market goes. If it's going up or down, I will make money no matter which way the market goes, up or down. Does not matter to me, okay? Does not matter to me. So that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. All right, that's what I see. We went over it. I see a short for Bitcoin in the next hour to 2 hours. From there, I'll reassess. If you're in my trading group, you'll be privy to what the next thing on my mind is. Moving forward. So we got a lot of news today coming at us. A lot of crazy news coming at us. Let's break it down. Kathy Woods, ARK Invest dumps PayPal, favoring Bitcoin-friendly Cash App. Woods believed that Venmo is merely a follower of Cash App, which has generated more than double Venmo's revenue for almost half the number of users. Crypto invest company ARK Invest founder Kathy Wood has dumped all the firm's holdings of PayPal and showed greater confidence in the long-term growth of Cash App payment system, which uses Bitcoin Lightning Network. ARK Invest is sold completely, got out of PayPal, whose Venmo is a big competitor to Cash App. Cash App has more conviction, especially when it comes to Bitcoin. Hey, I agree. We tend to put our bets with who we believe will be the winners. As we consolidated our portfolios during our risk-off period, we chose Block over PayPal. There you go, baby. There you go. Honestly, PayPal does some weird stuff too as well. You know, UK-based loan provider lets investors tokenize their funds with securitized partnership. A bridge financing fund becomes the first UK-based company to establish such a partnership with a U.S. platform. Whitehall Capital, a London-based loan provider, struck a deal with American digital asset securities marketplace Securitize to enable its investors to hold their units as blockchain tokens. According to a Monday announcement, Whitehall investors will be able to use, buy, and sell units in the Whitehall Fund via the Securitize platform. After registering on Securitize, an investor will see their assets as a number of tokenized units with the performance markers, investment reports, and other valuable information included. It's pretty interesting. It's a big step. Grassroots initiatives are bringing Bitcoin education to communities across America. Members of American crypto community aim to teach financial literacy by discussing Bitcoin at local meetups and neighborhood corner classes. It gave me an idea. I'm going to do a free neighborhood meetup here in Boston, and I'll be doing it once a week, getting people aware of what's happening, getting people into the space, educating people. I'm sure it'll help my business. They'll come to it for free. A lot of them will end up signing up to the trading course or getting into the group or learning more information to help them. So people should be afraid of fiat money because it's not backed by anything. Blockchain error is backed by proof of work or proof of stake mechanisms. So getting this education in the hands of people who don't have it makes it easier for them to understand. It makes it a lot easier, you know? So I love this, you know? All the time we hear about mining companies opening their doors somewhere, but we never see the faces behind them. It's very important I open a Bitcoin mining center in a community where people can associate a name and a face with cryptocurrency adoption. This will make mass adoption faster. Tony Tate at the opening of Litchain's Bitcoin data center in Gaffney. So cool, man. The data center. And, you know, that is what it is. What an initiative. Wow, look at their data center. Look at their mining. Anyone can participate in crypto. I come from an upper privileged neighborhood in Los Angeles, which is why it's important for me to include everyone in this initiative. I host dozens of meetups in LA County since 2018 to create a place for people to learn about crypto without having to pay thousands of dollars for a conference ticket or be shilled coins or even Bitcoin for that matter. I love it. I love it. I love it. Museums in the metaverse, how Web3 technology can help historical sites. Historical site metaverse may become a new business model for tourism, and they may rewrite history in the process. Imagine going to the pyramids, right, and reliving the pyramids through a three-dimensional virtual reality space. I mean, I would mind doing that. I could feel like, hey, at least I felt like I was there somewhat. You know, that's what the crystal ball says, Stefano. Binance receives in-principle approval to operate in Abu Dhabi, and that's old news, but it's just good to know as they're expanding. Starbucks joins NFT party. UK government seeks stablecoin regulations, and crypto Twitter rallies behind cancer fighter. Hodler's Digest, April 3rd to the 9th. A lot of cool news coming out. Under the global inflation backdrop, Bitcoin has the chance to become a broadly used currency in international settlement. While it is clear that the energy requirements of global Bitcoin mining have grown significantly since 2017, recent literature indicates a wide range of estimates for 2020 due to data gaps and differences in modeling approaches. So, pretty interesting. So funny. I chose house music. I don't know. Monero defies crypto market slump with 10% Monero price rally. Bang, bang, bang. Monero banging on them to the upside. And, you know, privacy coin. I've been holding Monero for a long, long time. It's not like my favorite thing to hold, but I believe in it. I believe it's going to do good, going to do numbers. Monero, on the radar at all times. Monero. And privacy coins, I believe, will continue to go up as the space continues to evolve. Privacy coins will continue to go up. There's our short holding its level. 15-minute is pushing to the upside. I would be surprised if this didn't gain at least 5 to 6% out of the move. Okay. Let's take a look at the world markets. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones. What is the Dow doing? Down another 182 points for the Dow. Let's take a look at what we see for the Dow. The Dow is in this flag, this cup and handle on the 15-minute for the Dow. I suggested it will break to the upside. However, look at the Dow. Oversold on the 15, highly likely with a higher low. This thing may want to make a move to the upside on the 15-minute. Let's take a look at the 1 hour for the Dow Jones as well. And it's coming down on the downside right now. The 1 hour actually showing bearish signs. Let's see what the 15-minute does. The 15-minute could rip us out. Then we could come back down and we could be testing this top trend line, right? So this is what I see happening for the Dow. Look, it could be getting into this tight channel here and breaking to the upside. See, we talked about this. It did fall out of the rising wedge. It did contend, but right now it's making a higher low right now, okay? Let's take a look at it on the 4 hour too. The 4 hour is oversold, getting a low to the up, getting a bounce to the upside. And look at it, it made a nice bounce. Shoulder, head, could be making a right shoulder as it extends through this flag. This flag suggests that it will break back up to the upside. I am actually bullish on the Dow right now. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. The daily's also very oversold. Highly likely we get a move back to the upside. 3-day wants to eat it. 5-day wants to eat it, just like Bitcoin, right? Weekly probably took a bearish cross, just like Bitcoin. Not the best sign. We could end up down here at 33. We got to see what the daily gives us. But, however, I keep talking about that 2-week, and the 2-week just got it started for the Dow. And look how big that 2-week candle is right there. Boom, boom, boom. So, 2-week candle showing signs of life. About to get across on the MACD. So when we look at the biggest time frames, 2-week and the monthly even, it shows that we may actually be bottoming out and getting ready for another leg. Look at the last time the monthly got this low. We had a boom to the upside. So it looks like we may have some sideways action, some trouble in the Dow Jones area. But the biggest time frame suggests that by May or June, I guess something's going to pump money into this market. Something is brewing. Again, I can't guarantee that far ahead, but I am showing you the bigger time frames. Right now, let's just get through the daily. The daily's oversold. Highly likely the daily will cycle back to the upside. The measured move for that is this cup and handle for the daily back all the way to 37,810 for the Dow Jones Industrial. So we'll see. Only time will tell, but right now, that's what the daily suggests. That's what the technical analysis suggests on the daily time frame. Let's take a look at the dollar index. The dollar broke out of this funky flag like we talked about. Look at his shoulder. Head and his shoulder, too, is a funky inverted head and shoulder. However, on the daily, the dollar is extremely overbought. Lack of bullish momentum. About to take a dump to the downside. Let's go, dollar. Also, bearish divergence as you have a swing up to swing up, but you have a swing down to swing down here. Highly likely you're going to get that dump to the downside for the dollar. Let's take a look at the 1 hour, though. 1 hour is getting overbought, but right now, look at this. Not a great sign. Even the 4 hour wants to pump. Does the dollar move with Bitcoin? Interesting. Or does Bitcoin stall out for a second as we wait? So the dollar index could be breaking out of this. And this is what beginners see. They say, but I was bullish on the 4 hour, but bearish on the daily, but what do I do? Well, you look at whatever time frame's about to do what it's supposed to do and let it play out. So right now, the 1 hour suggests that it's going to kind of continue up and then maybe dump on us. So we're going to watch this flag and hope we stay in the flag and pump to the upside. However, there is momentum here. You go to the 50-minute to see what you're going to do immediately. Right now, that kind of could loop or head down to the downside. Not looking too good for the dollar. It's not strong per se, right? But it is going sideways. That daily, though, wants to dump on you. So you want to really play the bigger time frame. We got minutia on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, but the daily, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 great days of love. And also, you see how the dollar is going up while Bitcoin's been dumping? That's the correlation. That is the correlation. We'd like to see the dollar take a break, take a dump, and Bitcoin come back up a little bit here. That's what we're hoping on the daily time frame. Should begin to play out around Thursday, 2 more days after this Monday movement here. And the week keeps rolling, Let's take a look at U.S. Tether dominance as well. Should look somewhat similar in this cup and handle. Look at this tight channel that it's been in. Not the best. It could continue to the upside. However, look at it on the daily. It's getting overbought and rejected by this resistance. So let's hope that 447 is it. It doesn't want to go any lower, and it begins to roll over. This is a symmetrical triangle, 50-50. Yeah, there's a 50% chance it does break down to 212. So that's also a good sign here on the daily time frame for U.S. Tether dominance. Right now, though, temporarily, like in the next half an hour during the day, also wants to dump here on the 1 hour. It's a good sign for Bitcoin. Also is getting overbought on the 4 hour. So it's actually getting extended, showing like it doesn't have a lot of momentum. Interesting. Take a look at Bitcoin dominance. And Bitcoin dominance, look, it did that dump, right? Watch your altcoins. Altcoins haven't been moving. Why isn't it? Because when dominance pumps, it's hard for altcoins. Look, that was a falling wedge. Dominance did break out. Giant double bottom there for dominance. We didn't want to see that. That's going to make it hard for trading altcoins. However, look at the 4 hour getting overbought at resistance. Suggests that it may not make the measured move. It may come back down here and roll over. 4 hour wants to roll over for Bitcoin dominance, and it still has some bearishness coming down here on the 1 hour. We'll watch it closely. May get a little push out of Bitcoin dominance, but the 4 hour suggests you may get a dump. Let's take a look at the daily time frame for Bitcoin dominance. It's oversold, has been moving up with, not a lot of conviction. It's pumped up, but didn't pump up with a lot of movement. It is in a double bottom. The measured move would be 42.87. If it does that, don't be surprised because that's what the TA suggests. But there is lack of momentum there on the stochastics on other time frames. Let's look at total, the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency. And we talked about this. I really said we need to hold. I said I would really want to see us hold $1.92 trillion. We did not. We broke back down to 1.83. It's been a battle. That is a double top. Look at all the wickage. Sell. That much wickage to the downside. you're going to get sell-offs. I mean, that's insane, right? Now, if you break this level, 181, it's highly likely you're going to come down and test 1.65. It's very likely you do test 1.65. Very, very likely. All right, so just be careful. I don't want to see I don't want to see the entire market cap. What is this? This is the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency. However, what it did is it did break out of this channel that it was in. It's retesting top trend line. So let's just hope this is a beautiful retest of the top trend line. I don't want to see it break back into the pattern, and I want to see it make a move. Let's go, daily. Can you pick up the pace, daily, and start to break back to the upside? Today would be a nice day to begin the reversal back up and on our way out of this to the upside. So we're watching this closely. I don't want to see 1.83, 1.8, 2 area break. This is a very strong level of resistance and support that I would want to see it hold. If we break it, it's likely we come back down to 1.65, and then we're talking about other areas in a 1.5 trillion. We did get to the resistance. It was going to happen. That was previous resistance. We broke down below it. Let's see if we can make a bounce off the support region. It is a higher low, everybody. Low, higher low, higher low. So bullish scenario, it's a higher low on the daily. Let's see what the daily can do, and then we can go from there. We're going to watch and see what the daily does. How high? What if the daily comes up, does a double top, and rolls over? Then we know we're going to what. But if it breaks through this resistance, comes back down and bounces, then we know we're golden. So whatever the daily does, we will stay tuned for it, and I'll keep you privy to it no matter what. That's the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency at $1.84 trillion. Let's take a look at total 3, the entire market cap of all of the alts, and 723 was the big deal for me. I didn't want to see it break. We waited and waited to get above it for a while. We finally did get above it. I was super ecstatic, super happy. The alts had a nice rally. Look at this rally we had for the alts since March 14th. It was a 2-week period of just loveliness from March 14th to April 3rd. Unbelievable. After April Fool's Day, it began to say no, 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 no. And then you can see the dumpage is happening right now. That's the Bitcoin short dumping as we speak. Bitcoin dumping on us as we speak. We talked about it already, though, that Bitcoin was highly likely going to make a drop there from 41,100. It's now at 40,850. I expect 40,350. And when you break out of a falling wedge, it's sad. Falling wedges break down the length of their midsection here to the downside, and they break down pretty fast and furiously. It's usually a nasty dump. So this is suggesting that we're probably going to come back down and contend with this area here, which is about 645 trillion. I'm not a happy camper. We worked so hard to get back above 690. Then we worked to get above that 723 area that I talked about. We were on our way. I was hoping we were going to retest 775 or maybe 737. Dang. This candle is a bummer for me right now on the daily. It's a bummer. Also, let's talk about some other bearish signs that I must discuss with Bitcoin. All right. The daily was getting above the 200-day moving average. The last time it did that was right here, and it made a beautiful move to the upside. Both of these moves were really to be a leg up. Another one back here when we got above the 200 back in here. We got above the 200 here. It gave us some hope. It gave me some hope that we were starting some bullishness. However, it seemed to be a fake out with a double bottom, and we would break below it again. Bitcoin will remain bearish if it cannot get above the 200-day moving average on the daily time frame. Another same idea here. If Bitcoin can't break above the 200 on the 4-hour time frame, it's bear city. Look, the last time we broke below the 200 here, bearishness. We broke below here, bearishness, right? Once we got above it, we were golden. That was a nice run up we had above the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour. I was very ecstatic. Every time we break below, we could be entering a multi-year bear market. So I want everyone to know that's my sign right now. We're bearish. Till we get back above this yellow line on the 4-hour, we are bearish. Also, a death cross is coming for the 4-hour right there. Not a good look. Not a good sign. The last time we had a death cross was right there. We dumped a little bit. We would retrace. Hopefully it's one of those. But there we had a nasty dump. And look, it would start on May 20th, and we would have a nasty dump for a while. Here we had one there. Nasty dump for a while too as well. So you must be prepared. Anything is possible. You must be prepared at any given moment. I tether up a lot. I keep what's funny? My swing trading bag's getting bigger and bigger. I'm tethering up and more tethers going into it. And it's like I'm more or less likely to hold than I used to be. I'm being honest. I only hold like projects that I really, really believe in. I'm more or less likely to hold than I used to be. A lot more shorts, but the longs are not bulging. They're going to be liquidated probably. Oh yeah. All the markets are inflated from all the money printing, complete manipulation. Yep. Head and shoulders S&P could fall another bit too. 430 NASDAQ struggling as well. Bitcoin following suit. Oh yeah. All you have to do is look at the Dow. You don't even look. Everyone goes, oh, I look at the S&P, and I'm like, you don't even have to look at the S&P. You can look at the Dow Jones. That's all you got to look at. Like, it doesn't matter, you know? Yeah, like, there is an SP500 USD tether, right? There's like a tether one somewhere. But you can even just look at the S&P. Arca. Cash. But there again, I mean, it looks just like Bitcoin, like identical. Rolling over. But, you know, it is getting oversold on the daily. And it's hitting the 200-day moving average. It's actually showing, that's actually some bullishness. Like, I see this, too. You could, yeah, you're on the top channel there. You're like retesting that top channel. It's interesting. Shoulder head and an inverted head and shoulder on the S&P. Could roll over, but not a bad retracement with a higher low on the daily. Bitcoin uneven, but checks out on the 6-12, 6-minute, 1, 2, 3, 4. Headed down to Florida for a couple weeks. Crypto Muser, my man. That's dope, man. What part of Florida are you going to go? What are you going to go to? I'll visit you out there, man. Headed down to Florida for a couple weeks. SPX very correlated with Bitcoin lately. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So there's the Dow Jones. There's the dollar index. There's U.S. tether dominance, Bitcoin dominance. We looked at the short for Bitcoin. Got us ready for a short for Bitcoin here. So you can make money no matter which way the market goes, right? So you can make money no matter which way the market goes. And there's my short banging on them. Look at that. Booming. Starting to move already up like a few percentage from the move. Stochastics don't lie, baby. They'll teach you 1.5% right there on that move in about 15 minutes. So we're going to watch that completely, and nothing's guaranteed, but let's see if it can make its move. At that point, it will be extended. The other time frames are very, very beat up. Let's take a look at Ape Coin. Our baby Ape. Ape actually was doing strong yesterday. Let's take a look at Ape USDT. 1082. Look at it. Where do we want to look at Ape? We'll look at it on KuCoin as well. I'll trade it on KuCoin. So let's take a look at Ape. So we suggested that there could be a move for Ape. That could be our bottom. The other day I suggested that could be our bottom right there. I called the bottom. So far we haven't broken it. Quite interesting. How we entered the trade there, it still would be where it is, just waiting and waiting and waiting, battling with this area. 4 hours very oversold. Daily is beat to the ground, right? The 1 hour wants to make a move here, and you're hitting this level. However, everything's watching Bitcoin, so it's like it wants to move, but Bitcoin is that strong, and it's so correlated to all these assets. If you break this level, it's likely you come back down. Honestly, because we're so sketch right now and we're hovering at this level, I would see Ape bounce. I'd like to see it bounce, break this resistance, and make a bounce there before I swung trade it. Lifer on fire today. You're in the zone, brother. Request potential entry points for GALA and XLM. Also thinking about going all in on DYX. That knock life. Shout out to my man. Request potential entry points for GALA and XLM. I mean, I'm never going to tell you when to enter anything, but I will go over some ideas here in the technical analysis, right? Ziliqua, entry for GALA or XLM. Yeah, never asked for an entry. Naples, Italy. Now he's going to Naples, Florida, my man. You should definitely come. We got a nice spot. I'll come visit you, man, for sure. I'll visit you for sure. My wife, I was this close to being in Florida. I was supposed to be there this weekend for my birthday. I was this close, man. I was this close. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you coming on in. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? Did we bang on them? 192, 223, 333 people watching on the live. 333 people watching on the live. 35 super chats. Thank you so much. 223 likes. Much respect to each and every one of you for jumping on in as we move forward. So ApeCoin, it could make damage. It could make damage. However, look at the 15-minute. Just like Bitcoin, we got to get through this 15-minute on Bitcoin and all these coins, and then we can reset. So put your alert down there, and I'll keep you guys up to date in the trading group with what's happening with ApeCoin. Let's take a look at Ziliqua. Had a beautiful pump to the upside just the other day. Ziliqua had a beautiful pump to the upside. Went from like 5 to 18, maybe even 20 cents. Let's take a look at where it sits now. Ziliquam. I held this long term. I did sell it out at about 7 cents. I'm late. Has he gone over GMT today? Stepping, no. Send in a super chat to keep it moving. We'll celebrate your B-Day down there, man. Miss you and the fam. How are you? Can you please look at Ada? Yep, anytime, man. Come to St. Augustine. It's paradise here. I would love to be there. St. Augustine, Florida. Paradise, baby. Florida is beautiful, man. I had a good time. Every time I go to Florida, I have a blast, man. I love the nice weather. I'd come if I wasn't a slave at work again. Andrew Sulo, my man. Send in those super chats for TA in deep dives. That's why I asked. Nikolai just refused to be a slave, man. He's going to be a free soul. He's going to be a free spirit for most of his life. He put in that work in the restaurant. He got his crypto. And he's going to find his way until crypto bangs on it. And then he'll never have to work again. That's the plan, man. He's going to run that YouTube channel till the YouTube channel pays him. That's it. That's it. He's going to run his YouTube channel till his YouTube channel becomes his dream and everything else. So Zilliqua. Let's take a look at it here on the daily time frame. Wow, it's very oversold now after its initial boom. Signs of strength. You want to pull a Fibonacci here from initial movement down. You're sitting at the 618 Fibonacci level. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. You could see him a little lower, maybe to the 706, but I don't see 9 cents. I think I see 9 cents as a bottom. I don't see us going any lower. 786 would be the absolute bottom at 7.8. Fam in Cape Coral. Yeah, and I gotta go to Cape. I gotta go check out Edley, Scalene, and Coral Castle too as well, my man. I gotta go check out Coral Castle. So Zilliqua. Let's take a look at what it could do here. Zilliqua. Could bang on him 110% gains coming on the daily time frame. Look at the 3-day. Yeah, a little extended. 5-day, you're very high too as well. 3-day could still give you some love, but just be careful of the bigger time frames. 2-hour pointing down. What's the 4-hour loving? 4-hour is overbought. I would never jump into an overbought. Now, the thing is, you could see a move here. This thing could boom up, and I wouldn't be surprised, but the probability, high 4 hours, sideways, and boom. So that one worked, but you got to go sideways at least. Wait for the flag. What you do is you don't have to get in, because usually what will happen is if this does reset and it stays bullish, you're going to stay in a bit of a flag like this. So I project my flags in the idea that we'll stay in a flag and push back to the upside for Zilliqua. Watch the 4-hour reset. I have an alert here down on the 4-hour before we do anything crazy. Again, Mondays aren't the best days to trade. I always talk about Monday volatility, Sunday night into Monday volatility. Be careful. Austin, man, I don't know why we couldn't get you into the Discord, man. Look how nice and neat it is, bro. Like you're gonna want to be in this. And we got a guy, Brandon Peters, who has been helping everybody get in no matter what. Like, he's gone out of his way. He's made videos, tutorials. You can hit him up. He will help you. He's basically on-call technical support for you guys. Like, he's been unbelievable. So there's really no excuses. He'll figure it out. A lot of people had 2 accounts, and they had the wrong account connected to Patreon. That's what we found out. So they're paying for Patreon with the wrong account connected. We saw that happening a lot. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? Thank you for being positive, being awesome, making it work, baby, making it work. Let's take a look at ETH BTC. ETH BTC. That's also the bearer of bad news. That did a beautiful M double top. Yikes. If that holds the M and it dumps on you to the measured move, that's not good for alts. ETH BTC was leading the charge in the alts. When ETH BTC breaks out, it leads the charts in the altcoins. Okay? And we actually talked about this, the fact that it was at the bottom of this channel and that it was going to break back to the upside to the top of the channel. It did get there. And then I even have this rollover down here and then continue it up. So it looks like ETH BTC is going to roll over. And altcoins aren't going to be that easy to trade for the next few weeks. We had fun, but now we got to pull back. That's why you got to take profits when you can. But we're going to find the strong coins and we're going to short the market when we have to. We will find a way to take money out of this market every single day. Or we'll take more money when the market's really good, like a Thursday. We'll nail it hard. On a Monday, we may take the day off, right? So depending on the trading and what's going on that day, we don't have to force the trades. We just do not, all right? For sure, Muser. Scotty Swing, what's up, bud? Shout out to everybody here. Hello from Sarasota, my man. Mario Valdivia, man. I love Sarasota, man. Love you, brother. I'd love to visit you, Mario, in Sarasota. Let me know where you're staying at. I'll come through. Tell us how Coral Castle in Crypto Muser takes some picks for us, man. That's so cool, man. Let's take a look at GALA and XLM, GRT and GME. Scotty Swing, yeah, my buddy is prophetic. He said he heard GALA. It was while he was listening to the verse while Jesus told him to cast your net on the other side, and they caught lots of fish. You're funny, man. GMT, GALA, XLM. Yeah. I wish Disney and Universal Studios could accept Bitcoin for tickets, folks. I'm gilding a GALA bag, not trading it. Just have a feeling. ZIL and GALA, XLM. Let's take a look at GALA. GALA. Our baby GALA. And you can trade GALA on KuCoin wherever you want. And look, we have an idea here for GALA. We haven't been stopped out yet, but it's getting very close. The daily is very oversold. I bet the 4 hour is... Oh, okay, the 4 hour isn't overbought like most things. It's actually low. Let's get my old workout here. I delete everything after a few weeks, and I want to see it fresh again. What I like seeing about GALA, I last sold GALA right there at around 24. I was swing trading it down from about 19 to 24. Haven't looked at it since. Like, just haven't touched it since. To me, it did break this trend. I mean, that was a trend that it broke below. So you didn't want to see that occur. Some say, no, it didn't break the trend. It's still in it. I don't know. I mean, I could say that. I mean, when you have to leave the buddied up nature, that broke a long-term trend. That's not a good look. You could see bearish moves out of that. The only thing you could say is it will break back into the pattern, and it's not that bad. But right now, I mean, it definitely broke market structure on that 4 hour. And it's just following Bitcoin. You can see how it's following Bitcoin. It's in that little flag that just broke to the downside for BTC. It's going to have to break back into this pattern here. Now it's in this little wedge. See? I'm not a fan on it right now. I believe it's a great project. I really like it. But right now, we could be seeing bearish retests. So, like, this could break back in on two accounts. It could try to get back in this pattern and bearishly retest, or it could break up, break in here, and bearishly retest. It's not looking too strong right now. It is getting oversold. I'll give you that. But the structure is not sound. I don't like what I'm seeing there. I'd be watching for a bearish retest here at this level. It's got to get back above 21 to stay bullish. Okay? It's got to send in those super chats for TA and Deep Dives. East Jordan, my man. Thank you for the awesome support and the love every single time. Let's take a look at GRT and GMT. GRT and GMT. GRT. Right? That was actually looking pretty sweet the last time we looked at it. I do disclose I own a big old bag of it. GRT. All right? Take a look at it in the daily, and the daily just wants to make a move out. We've talking about this fractal eventually gaining moves back to the upside, right? And it's a patient waiting game. It's a patient waiting game. So, again, it's at the bottom of its barrel. It can't go any lower. Anything is possible, though. Like, this isn't even TA. This is gambling at this point, unless you believe in the project. I literally think it's a great project. I believe it's going to do numbers. I believe it's going to have a substantial place inside a blockchain. It's like the Google of blockchain. People will Google things and learn about it, and they'll be able to find all the information they need. So I think it's beautiful. I think it's bottomed there. It's bottoming there. I like it personally. I'm not selling it. I still own it, and we're low in the daily. So I'll see what happens with GRT. All right. GMT has been hot lately. Steppin'. GMT has been hot, which is called Steppin'. GMT. Let's take a look at GMT here on KuCoin. Oh, maybe it's not on KuCoin. Oh, yeah, you can only trade it here on Binance. You could also trade it, I believe. Oh, I put an extra S in there. No, you got it on KuCoin. I was about to say, I traded on KuCoin. So we talked about Steppin' possibly breaking out of this channel to the upside. So far, it never hit the stop loss, never went lower. Actually showing really good signs of life here. Steppin' doing damage. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours overbought, though. Yikes, and you didn't break out of the previous high. Let's delete everything and look at what we're seeing here. So to me, you just kind of crack that. You crack this. Looks like you're going to come back down and bounce at the bottom of this trend line, if anything else, before you make your move to the upside. Because look, that 4 hour is going to have to come on down. I'll put an alert here. I use alerts on the stochastics RSI. That's how I don't have to stare at charts all day. The alerts will get me where I need to go. The alerts will get me where I need to go. Cryptobees are my thoughts. Exactly, man. Buy when there's blood in the streets. Add to the long-term bags. Days like these, I see opportunities to DCA. All I know where this is going. Just stack SERPs and SATs, and you'll be just fine. Not financial advice. Exactly. Look at the bigger picture, and you're going to make it out alive. We all know Bitcoin's going to go parabolic in the long run. It's only a matter of time. So just stacking as much Bitcoin as you can when the fear and greed index is nasty is what you want to do. I've been buying a lot of Bitcoin lately. I almost need to slow down. It's almost every other day. I'm always like, dude, I need to chill. I need to chill. I'm like, I'll run out of my Bitcoin. I want to be able to buy if we go to 30K. I don't want to run out of capital. You don't want to run out of capital. Look at the Dow futures getting banged on them. And we're going to take a look at the fear and greed index real quick. The fear and greed index, the crypto fear and greed index. Okay. And it's at 32. It's getting into the shaded area. I really don't want to open my wallet till we get into the shaded area. But it's getting there, baby. It's getting into the sweet spot. I like what I'm seeing here. I like what I'm seeing. I'm going to open up my 3 commas account. And honestly, I believe Bitcoin's going to go lower right now on the 15-minute. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the 15. Yeah, look at that short playing out to the upside, right? And I actually redrew this. I think this is an older version, right? So GMT, waiting for it to reset there before I touch it. Now, I could be wrong and it might break out. Anything is possible. I'll wait for the retest of this area or this area. I don't have to chase candles. All I have to do is wait for a retest. That will be the sweet spot. That's where I need to be. That's going to keep me moving. All right. More water. Then what you do, you don't drink all of it. You don't drink all of it. Why? Because you need that lemon flavor. And you get a refill with the lemon that you have. It's not as lemony as before, but it's ready to go. All right? It's ready to go. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on into the live. I really, really appreciate the support every single day, helping me move with my small business, help me do my trading group. Very, very nice of each and every one of you to share your heart, share your attention, share your love. Without each and every one of you, I could not be here doing this. So thank you very much. Okay, so GMT. Yeah, that's my idea for GMT. Has to come on down. I am bullish on it, and highly likely it'll be at 338 not too long from now. Very bullish project. Everybody likes it. It's been banging on them. Not every dip is meant for buying. Produce the gains. Nope. I would DCA down in everything you believe in. Everything is going to dip soon. Ooh, that's creepy. ALBT. Let's take a look at ALBT. Alliance block on KuCoin. All right. ALBT. Like I say, every time I look at something, I got to see the big picture before I get into it. Looked like we had done a little work on this before. Wow, this thing banged all the way back to its bottom. Bottomed all the way. And again, some of these projects could go to zero. Everyone thinks, oh, because they got into something, that means it could be the one. A lot of these projects could go to zero. You never know. So just, be watchful, be wary. You never know. This is a falling wedge that did break out a little bit. It's trying to bottom out. The daily's oversold. It should move up. It's starting to do its thing. I don't catch falling knives. This to me is like you're trying to catch something at the bottom. And I don't know about this project. I'd have to do a deep dive on this to really look at it. What is this project? What does it do? Okay. Now, if I like what it does and it speaks to me, that's a completely different story. Then I'll start buying the bottom all day long. But if I don't believe in it, if it doesn't make sense to me, then it's just not even worth it. I don't take shots on anything at the bottom because I'm a swing trader. I want there to be some movement, right? I don't need to catch the bottom at all. The bottom doesn't matter to me as a swing trader. I just need movement, okay? Trying to catch the bottom is the most foolish thing a swing trader could do because I don't need bottoms to make money swing trading. The future of finance is an integrated system in which the best of both worlds can work together to increase capital flows and technological innovation. We're making that a reality. Alliance Blockchain seamlessly brings DeFi and TradeFi together. Interesting.
The Alliance Block protocol will help financial institutions eliminate inefficiencies.
Bear with me for a second. I'll turn it up. I'll turn it up.
We will enable much greater access to DeFi products, which will see billions of dollars flow into the space. In doing so, we will unlock DeFi for the world.
I mean, they will, they are, they're going to. Wow, partnerships are insane. Okay, Parsec. I like Parsec a lot. AP13. That means they're working with some good behind-the-scenes people. Covalent as well. Okay, now I know. See, I know these projects, so now I got a little understanding of what they're doing, who they're working with, and why they're working with it. Enter the future of investment banking. Discover the Alliance Blockchain Protocol. Use cases. Sign up for updates. I mean, will they do what they say they're going to do? We never know. It could go to zero. There's no guarantees of anything. The chart looks horrible with a giant double top. The chart looks absolutely horrible. It was 142. It could 7x back to its all-time high from 20 cents. I don't know. Honestly, like, I'd leave this alone until it gets back above 33 cents. But that's me. You know, that's me. All the coins that have huge supply but only released a bit of it are dumping their own tokens. So sad, man. I still think we have some bullish months ahead in crypto and traditional markets, but at some point the bubble will burst. Be prepared for anything and everything, fam. Do your own research. All the coins that have huge supply but only released a bit of are dumping their own coins. I still think we have some bullish momentum. I do believe we may. You never know, though. Days like these, I see opportunities at DCA. Yep. My thoughts exactly, my man. Buy when there's blood in the streets. Add to the long-term bags. Yeah, exactly. I do see some more dumpage coming. Let's take a look at Bitcoin again real quick. Let's look at Bitcoin again. Holding 40,900, though. So far, battling these zones, deciding it doesn't want to break down. Look at that V that just happened right there. That's a good sign. We could have bottomed here at 40,000. That could be it. There's strong bullish divergence there now on the 15-minute. You can see this is like flat, and this is a sharp decline to the downside. That is bullish. I could see a bounce off that. That could be your right shoulder. There's your head. So we're making the inverted there now on the 15-minute. Let's take a look at that. Your right shoulder. There's your possible head. Another right shoulder for our bounce back to the upside. Can we break out of this falling wedge back to the upside as well? That's what we're looking at from the previous high of 48K. Okay. Anything is possible. We're not out the water yet. Measured move, as I showed you before, could be a major gain. A major gain. Very oversold in the 1 hour. Can this be the bounce? Bitcoin will make a bounce at one point. Measured move was take us to $52,000. All right. $27K Bitcoin and $73K bubble pop. Links to the trading group are below the stream. Join up. I buy the dip with small DCAs into my long-term bags. Exactly. Tiny little DCAs, like little bit by little bit. Like you have 15 grand saving, you don't go and put $1,000 in at a time. You put 300 in at a time. So that 15 grand will last a long DCA. So you can just nibble, 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 right? Hydra's still holding it. I've been in Hydra for days now. I'm only down $40. I mean, that's not a big deal, really. Hydra only down 3%, you know. My Naka DCAs were great. Even they are down. One of them is down $10, but they're just $500. $500 for Naka. Just building small bags of Naka at a time. Every time it gets lower than 65 cents is like, I don't want to pay any more than that. It got really close to it. Came back down, though, for Naka, right? Phantom still holding 115, though, you know, 115. Getting back to that dollar region. It's getting tough. The market is getting tough. I'll be honest. Like, it's bear. It's definitely, we were in a bear market since the second we went below 59K. I just want everyone to know that. Like, second we went below 59K, we were in a bear market. If you didn't think so, and you thought, everyone still thinks we're in a correction, I don't know. You know, I mean, to me, I'm bearish until I don't have to be. You know, I'm more like, I put my shields up when they're coming at me. Put my shields down. You know, it's like, so it is what it is, right? So I'm going to limit in for another $500 into Bitcoin right now. I'm going to limit in for another $500 into Bitcoin for USDT Tether on KuCoin. I'm going to create that trade. That's not big. I'm about to say that's not Bitcoin. That's REC. Someone asked for that. We'll take a look at request token too as well. I believe that came up on the radar for whatever reason. We'll limit it at 40,900, and I'll take a shot at Bitcoin 452, $533 on the 33, baby, on the 33. That extra 33 get me going. And bang, I just bought more Bitcoin, $530 worth of Bitcoin. Ready to go, baby. Ready to go. And this is 3 commas. Beautiful place even to DCA if you want to. You have DCA bots. These are all my DCAs. I can just track them 410, 411, all the times. I can track every trade I ever made. And you can see, look, I just bought Bitcoin. You can see when I bought it, what exchange I bought it on, the time I bought it on, an ID number, and more. Ready to go. Also, you can go into the dashboard and you can see every single thing you own on multiple exchanges all around the world, no matter what. Have a pie chart, show you your movement, show you what you've been going up or down, show you your aggregate balance, show you what's up that day, show you what's down. Most of it is red, but today we have 11%. Strong is up 11%. Steppen is up 8%. Kyber Network. When you see this, this is tough. Not a lot is up today. Very, very tough. Polkadot, Zilliqua, not a lot of coins. Today is a one of the worst days to trade. Today's a great day to go spend time with your family. Today's a great day to spend time working on your charts. Today's a great day to learn divergences. Today's not a day to look for trades and to force yourself into over trading. It's not the best idea, you know. Don't worry. Okay, everybody. So that's it in a nutshell. That's the show, really, in a nutshell. Feel like we went through it all in totality. I have to get a freezer for my wife. She wants to pick up a freezer. We want to get extra meat. We're a little bit worried right now about food shortages. I want to let everybody know. I'm not trying to scare everybody, but I'm worried about a food shortage right now. Right now, the phosphorus is hard to get. Phosphorus is what they use to fertilize everything. Right now, the U.S. is wasting a lot of the phosphorus. We don't reuse it the way we should. That could create a scarcity in time, because what it's going to do is going to create, it's harder and harder to grow the food on the land if you don't have the phosphorus. This is a big deal. This is going to have an impact. I suggest that you learn how to make your own little farm. You figure out how to garden. I'm on my way to do that as well. Indoor, outdoor, whatever you can do. Keep yourself sustainable. I'm getting an extra freezer. I actually would like to get a solar panel hook up to that too, so it can, even if we lose electricity, I can keep meat frozen, ready to go. So burn wood, use ash for fertilizer. Yeah, you can use ash for fertilizer. It's also ash is a good antiseptic. If you mix it with pine tar, it'll turn into an antiseptic, and you can make soap out of ash, Check out freeze-dried canned meat. It's a real thing. Interesting. Freeze-dried canned meat. That's pretty good. Okay. Freeze-dried. All right. Raising chickens is quite easy. My man. I got a big garden in my yard. Nice to have. Man, I wish I did, dude. You're awesome, dude. I don't believe in shortage of anything. Just manipulation and corruption. I agree, but you'll still feel a shortage, Bought land in the metaverse. All sorted out. Yeah. Is that what they used to do in the old days? Wood ash fertilizer. Yeah. Ash can be used as a great cleaner. Start gardening and canning 2 years ago for some reason. Chrissy Fouts, smart idea. We're raising chickens, lamb, and a cow right now. Man, I wish I was doing the same. I'm so envious of that. Sad Guru has been talking about soil for a long time. Save the soil. All the time, man. All the time. So everybody, I'm out for the day. Cutting it a little early. Hope you're having a wonderful time out there. Hope you're doing well. I also have a bunch of chickens. Dude, where do you live, dude? Could I visit your setup? Would you allow me to visit your setup? You could DM me too if you don't want people knowing where you live. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Not a lot of altcoins to go over. Not a lot of it's not altcoin day. It's just not that day. It's definitely a day where most of the market is sketched out. Everyone is watching Bitcoin, and we're going to take it one day at a time. Have a good day. Freezer Shopping, Sammy. East Jordan, thank you, man. I was at the Crazy Farmer meeting yesterday. My neighbor been farming this land for 35 years. In the mountains, North Carolina. Come anytime. Dude, that's awesome, dude. Asheville, right? Don't shy away from gardening. If you don't have a ton of space, use 5-gallon buckets. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for saying that. 1, 2, 3. Composting is fun. I got to get a compost. I got to get so much going. I got to get myself going. I got to get more established with the gardening. I'm not taking my own food into my responsibility as much as I should. Take it easy on your mental, your capital, and the day lifers. I'm building a coop right now. Getting chickens soon. My man. Smart man. Smart man. I compost everything. Catch rainwater, right? I heard you can't catch the rainwater in Colorado on your own house. So crazy. Like, that's how bad they have it. Like, I don't know. That's weird to me. Much love and respect. If someone catches you catching your rainwater, like, you'll get fined or something. I mean, I think you should be able to get whatever's yours. Like, if it's on your property and your roof, it's yours. And if it falls from the earth, it's yours. I've got a 224-suite veggie garden. Nothing more satisfying. Amazing. Herb garden is highly profitable. Spices are very expensive at the store. Can grow nearly for free. I know, right? That is true about Colorado. Pretty sure that's most states. Nothing. Note in Colorado, that's true. They allow 55 gallons. That's it. Crazy. You can't grow orange tree in Florida. Illegal. You can't grow your own orange tree? I have 10 beautiful chickens and I get 10 eggs per day. Partially free range. That's amazing, dude. Wow. See, my lifers are all sustainable people What a sustainable group of people. I'm super excited to be a part of this group of people that I created. It seems to be you guys know more than me about what I need to know. I always want to be around sustainable people that know how to be sustainable, that don't wait for someone to take care of them. That's the crypto space. That's why we take our money into our own hands. Shout out to anyone that's jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping into crypto, taking it seriously. Can we move out of this Bitcoin 1 hour inverted head and shoulder to the upside? Can we make a move? Stochastics RSI are oversold. Bitcoin, enough is enough. 15 minutes suggests yes, we can get a move to the upside. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you are already doing the right thing. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. I'll be back for the next live stream tomorrow, ready to kick butt, ready to whip it, kick it, and flip it. I love you all. Have a great day. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Crypto is life. I'll keep you updated in the trading group. Thank you for joining. I'll see you there. If anyone wants to join my trading group, email cryptolifers@gmail.com to pay in cryptocurrency. Also, I do a live class every single week, a beginner's course tomorrow from 3 to 5. Jump on in, pay with cryptocurrency. It's $99 to invest in yourself. This would be the best class you ever did. Learn technical analysis. Jump on in, and it will change your life. The links are in the description below. I'd love to see you there. It'll change your life. Everybody, have a great day. Be safe. Crypto is life.